Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest: The Hero's Journey, and here's Quillmane. um, I was running to Splitpaw, wasn't going to be recording right away, and saw Quillmane. Yeah. Um, for those that are not aware, Quillmane is very sought after, or at least on other servers, is very sought after. The cloak that Quillmane drops that we just got is for the mage epic quest, but it's also a clickable levitation. Um, so that was a nice surprise. Um, so yeah, we're on the level 34 Shadowknight Rogue Shaman. We're headed to the lair of Splitpaw to kill some gnolls. We have 135 AA points spent with 12 banked. And we'll probably make a purchase or two shortly once we get going. My purpose for coming to Splitpaw is I wanted to test out both of my pets using the legendary Gnoll Slayer swords. Let's see, pet health. Where is it? Here. Gnoll Slayer legendary. So both of my pets have the legendary Gnoll Slayer in their primary hands. If I'm understanding it right, the main damage Gnoll 20 should be added to the base damage. So that would make this weapon a 50 damage weapon with a 40 delay. Yeah, so I'm curious to see if the pet damage is noticeable since we'll be killing pretty much exclusively gnolls here. What do we got here? I don't know which one we're in. Do a respawning instance. Already belong to another instance. Quit that one. To respawning, and then we'll say we're ready. Okay, minimize those. Oh, happened again. Alrighty, so I'll have to be more careful about where I turn. Otherwise, it'll zone me out. So go forward. Okay, there we go. All right. I was not planning on starting recording when I did, but Quillmane was up. It was an open zone, so I wanted to kill it, and I figured I would catch it on video. So a couple things I wanted to bring up from the last episode is since I was not too familiar with the live side of Lower Guck, I went to a few areas, killed a couple things that I didn't realize were named mobs or didn't realize that had dropped loot. If I remember right, there were three. There was a shoulder item, a gilded cloth shoulder item. There was a ranger one-hand sword that procced root. I think that was off the Minotaur Elder, Minotaur Patriarch, something like that. I'm not sure where the gilded cloth came from, but last was a pair of legs off of a Froglock Yun Shaman, and I have them in my power slot to be upgraded to legendary now. I looked up what the legendary version would be. They're still going to be 20 AC. but they'll be 10 hit points, 10 mana, 15 endurance, and the strength and agility will go up and add some heroic stats as well. So I'm planning on using these in place of the totemic that we got in a previous episode. We'll lose. Actually, I don't know. We may not lose AC. The agility that we gain by putting these on may offset the AC loss, or even gain AC. So those are going to be probably the next upgrade we get. When we get these to legendary, we'll put those on. Okay. Another thing. In the previous episode, I was rambling about my past EverQuest experience, and I think I wrongly stated that the Plains of Power expansion came out after Velius. Well, that is accurate. It's misleading. Plains of Power came out after Lucklin. So it goes Classic EverQuest, Kunark, Ruins of Kunark, Scars of Velius, Shadows of Lucklin, and then Plains of Power as the expansion. That's the order the expansions were released. I don't know why I spaced on Lucklin. Bad joke there. Lucklin is the moon. Space. I don't know why I forgot Lucklin. I have a lot of memories of Lucklin. I thought it was a pretty cool expansion. Definitely spent a lot of time there. So my goal here is gain some more AA experience, kill the Ishramal, hopefully, finally get the robe off the Ishramal. We'll need that eventually for the Rogue Epic, if and when we do that, but I figured if I'm coming here, I might as well try to get it. See how our pets are doing. Pets hitting for hundreds, 106. Let's see, 106 there, 106 there. That's the Shadowknight pet in white. Lurar, Lurar is his name. The gray damage here is the wolf pet. He hit for 112 there. So yeah, they're hitting for 100 plus, which is nice. Another thing we potentially pick up here is get more quest items for the Null Slayer upgrade. I do have a third Null Slayer in the bank, but it's just the first tier quest, the one you get right after turning in Baby Joseph Sayer, the drop you get from Blackburrow. So you need to get the Null Eye and then the book off the scribe here, plus that first Null Slayer sword to get the ones that the pets are using now, which have the 2 charges of Companion Spirit. All right, let's stop for a second. I was thinking about AA points. What pains me when I'm killing things, and mana has been one of the major things. Especially killing harder mobs. Like these are just falling over, so not a big deal. But if I'm killing redcons, mana, I want to be casting my dots, my slows, maybe even healing myself, mana's a big deal. So spellcasting mastery, it reduces or lowers the mana cost of spells by 5, 10, 15, 20%. So that sounds really good to me. That's just a overall reduce the amount of mana I'm using, which means my mana will last longer. So I'm thinking I'm going to take that and go, there's 5%, there's 10%, there's 15%. Okay, the next rank is 9. I don't know if we're going to spend 9, maybe eventually, but alright, we just reduce the amount of mana our spells are going to use by 15%, which is pretty big. I think this is a dead end. Oh, another AA point. We're at 100. This is a dead end, I think. I don't think there's anything in here. At least not that I've seen. There's this guy, but I don't know what he is. Looks like rogue poison faded, so we'll reapply that. Dump some of this junk that we don't need. These Splitpaws just take up space. These ones that look like spells take up space. Those are junk. These things sell for 1 silver. All they do is have 5 charges of glimpse, which is useless. So those go on the ground along with the paws. Okay. Definitely planning on keeping the fine steel. I'll break that down into high quality ore, which I showed in a previous video. Still haven't done any more blacksmithing. I think I have enough to get some skill ups, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Dagger of droppings are pretty common here. Let's find steel. Find steel, dagger. Drop that. Okay. Oh, finished upgrading my Jarn's amethyst ring to legendary and put that on in place of my jagged band. The jagged band had 10 AC, some strength. I want to say like 8 strength, 6 plus 2 heroic, and then like 1 attack or something like that. This one has no AC on it, but has 160 hit points. However, the 18, I guess this would be 23 AC that you gain from putting this on, you actually gain AC over the 10 AC that the Jagged Band was giving me. I wish I had it on me and I'd swap it in and out and show you, but my AC is higher wearing this ring than it was with the 10 AC Jagged Band. Plus I get a huge hit point bonus. I have not turned in, now that I do have the 4 legendary items from dungeons needed to flag myself for Kunark. I haven't turned them in yet, partially because this ring is an upgrade for me, so I'm using it. So if I get to the point where I want to flag myself for Kunark and go to Kunark, I'll turn them in, or I'll just, when I get around to it, upgrade the secondary, or the second Jarn's ring that I have to legendary and turn that in. Okay. So far so good here. It's hard to say whether the Null Slayer swords are making a difference. This stuff being primarily blue to me is pretty easy. Like, I feel like I would be killing this stuff this easily regardless of whether my pets had those swords. Okay, I think that's the executioner area. Yeah. I want to get to the Ishram Mall area, which is over here, if I remember right. Where am I? Here. Go. So up here. All right. Wait, no. Here. I mean, carrying this potion from Mistmore around, extended regeneration, fills your body with energy, increasing your regeneration rate. Really don't need it. Duration 1 minute. Increase hit points by 2 per tick. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll save it for some. It's like very short duration regen, and the regen is not going to be very noticeable, but it's chewing up an inventory slot. So maybe next time I'm fighting a bunch of red cons or something, I'll use it. All right, which way are we going here? Need to go this way, down here. I just did my evade hotkey has a pickpocket portion, and I apparently pickpocketed 3 platinum off them. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that impacts what you loot off of them. I don't know. I think it does, at least in the item perspective. Like, I've been pickpocketing the white hellebore occasionally. Oh, I just disarmed him. Yeah, or yeah, it says you have stolen a wolf's bane. So let's see what he dropped. He didn't drop any wolf's bane. So yeah, I don't know. Would he have dropped a wolf's bane if I did not pickpocket him? It's like, you know, Schrodinger's cat. Which way are we going? Get him! Alright, how do we open that? There's like a lever outside, I think. Can't. It's over there, I think. I don't know. How do we open this? There it is. You can kind of see it, the bars. Trying to get the camera. There it is. Yeah. Oh, man. What a pain in the butt. Alright, we are near the area where we have to swim underwater. It's like over here, I think. Let's go get this guy. I find it very difficult to see the tunnel here. Okay, maybe I'm just not looking in the right spots here. Let's have the pets go kill him and see how that goes. Okay. Should be a couple more somewhere. I think they're like over there, around the corner. Wait for this to fade. When you're out of combat for a few seconds, the debuffs fade, which is nice. You don't have to wait or cure them. If you keep charging into combat, though, before they fade, they won't fade. Alright, need another inventory dump. Get rid of this stuff. I don't know whether it's quicker to just loot each one and then like pick and choose what you loot off them. I've just been shift right clicking them to loot everything and deal with the junk after. Alright, sneak hide. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can see what's on the map. Yeah, no Ishramal. Alright, we're gonna go take out that placeholder first. That's what we're here for, the Ishramal. I want that robe. Oh, I rearranged my spell gems a little bit. I got my um, basically my damage stuff on the left column and my other things on the right column. I switched to Spear of Disease, 0.4 second cast, 251 direct damage spell. And then I still got Engulfing Darkness, and I have my lower level dots here in my 3 and 5 slots. So that's Tainted Breath, Affliction, and then down below we got the higher level dots in Venom Breath and Scourge. Rarely use the higher level ones unless I'm fighting like high hit point mobs or named mobs or something and need the extra damage. Alright, what is that? What is that? Weaken. Oh, that's from the Dagger of Dropping. Procs Weaken. So if you're fighting them and they are wielding that, where is it? Here, Weaken just lowers your strength by 15. Alright, let's go in here. Alright, we've killed everything in this area, and this Ramal has a 10-minute and 40-second respawn time. Where's that tunnel to go back? It's right there. Alright, let's try to find some more stuff to kill. Hey, that's the one I know. Okay. So we need him for the quest item. I don't know if he drops it all the time, probably. Alright. Let's see if we come across the book off of the scribe guy. filled up my inventory. Can we dump these things? Bleeding gloves. Oops. Oh well. Alright, so he got boiled blood on me. If I was gonna be in combat for a bit, I would use Radiant Cure to get rid of that. It's gonna fade in a second or two. There it goes. Alright, we have run out of inventory space, so let's pause. I'm gonna hit up the bazaar, sell a bunch of junk, probably break down some of this fine steel into ore, and we'll resume right here shortly. Alright, let's get back at it. That should have been long enough for the Ishramal to respawn. Kill some stuff along our way back there. Or hopefully the Ishramal. He's been very elusive recently. I did some killing here recently for a bit, and yeah, I don't think I saw him once. Where did I just come from? Where am I going? Need to go. Don't know how I get back to where I want to be. Nope, that's where we just came from, I think. Nope, placeholder again. No way for sneak attack to come back. Ah, too long. What's that? Venom blades, okay. $54,401 damage. That was an assassinate. Alright, let me see if I can figure out where that scribe spawns so I can try to get the other quest item I need. I already got the eye. And we've gotten it before, but yeah, I don't remember. Okay, we're looking for the scribe. He should spawn down here on the map. So one of these might be him. And I think that's the area we just came from, so we'll have to make our way back there. Try to remember how to do that. I've been here a number of times recently and still find this place a little bit confusing. Like, I don't even know how to get out of this little area that I'm in. Oh, okay, over there. Wait, no, okay. There we go. Where's the tunnel? There it is. Okay. This way. Here, here, here. And he should be... Is this the room? No, I want to be over here. I think. Here, in here. Yeah, I think this is the room where he spawns. Alright, let's take these out. Alright, we got about 2 to 3 minutes on the Ishramal respawn. So we'll make our way back there. Again, if I can remember how to get back there. Okay, this way, this way. Here. Where's that? No. Here, maybe. There it is. Alright, we will await the Ishramal. Or not. Placeholder. Alright, let's pause for the next Ishramal placeholder. Alright, we are resuming. We got the Ishramal to spawn here. Hopefully he drops the robe. Let's take a look. No robe. Alright, pausing again. I've killed a few rounds of placeholders and no luck on the Ishvar. However, to get the scribe to spawn, he has or should have the other quest item needed to get another Null Slayer. So we'll pop him real quick. Alright, there we go. Inventory's getting pretty full. Might have to make another pit stop in the bazaar. Let's pause here, make my way back to the Ishvar and wait for him. Alright, we're resuming. The Ishvar just spawned and he's a Redcon. I don't know if I've seen him spawn as a Redcon before. Okay, let's see what he's got. Oh, still no robe. Okay, pausing again. Alright guys, we're resuming. We're about to get another likely placeholder spawn for the Ishvar. Guessing another 20 seconds or so. During my pause, I did finish, so I had to kill a few things. I did finish upgrading my legs. Yeah, placeholder right there. So I did finish upgrading the legs that I had in my power slot. This is the legendary version. So 20 AC, 10 hit points, 10 mana, 15 endurance, 8 strength. Two of that is heroic, and 13 agility, with 3 of that being agility and 2 attack. If I compare that to my other legs that I was wearing, it was so 4 AC less, and then I lose charisma and fire resist. I'll probably keep the legs in the bank in case I need something with fire resist on it. But the AC actually went up wearing the new legs, the silver plated leggings, because of the 13 agility on there. So you can see right here my AC is 1095 with the silver plated leggings on. If I equip the totemic, it drops to 1092. So gain the stats, gain the strength, the agility, gain endurance, gain a couple more attack, and AC through the agility increase. So not too bad. Something I didn't record was a trip to Sol B. I killed some spiders in there, and I got a golden chitin bracer. I think that was off a noxious spider. So I ended up with an enchanted version. I looked up the legendary version, and it's gonna be pretty good. I noticed so with the changed to the silver plated leggings, adding the agility, even though having the leggings themselves having less AC, I gained AC. So I think the same thing is going to happen once I upgrade this to legendary and equip it. Since there's a bunch of agility on it, even though the AC will probably be less than the silver plated bracer that I have, which has 14 AC. I expect my AC overall will go up because of the agility, and I could use the spell damage, the intelligence for extra mana, the agility just in general, and then the agility will add AC as well. So we'll see how that looks once it gets upgraded to legendary. I think that's going to be it for this video, though. It's getting pretty stale waiting for the Ishramal. I don't really need anything else here. Nothing in this zone is a challenge. I was just hoping to try out the weapons on the pets, and they're doing pretty good. They're hitting for 100 plus at times. And I was hoping to get a robe off the Ishramal for the rogue epic eventually. We got a couple more AA points. We've got 150 total now. We have 147 spent and 3 banked, and we're about to get another one. Yeah, that is gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Drop a like on the video. Leave a comment if you have any questions, suggestions. Subscribe to the channel if you want to get updated when new episodes get released. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.